forecast, a 30% chance for showers today, high 55. 60% chance tonight, low 40. For tomorrow, cloudy skies, high 45. Partly cloudy, 45 on Wednesday. For Thursday, partly sunny, high 35. And the outlook for Friday, sunshine with the high 38. Overnight low was 38. Yesterday's high was 55. Currently, humidity at 83%, winds from the east at 5 miles an hour, and the pressure at 30.06. Right now, some light rain around the area. We've got 39 here at the WFIW studios east of Fairfield.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Mark Turner over there, Mike Dreeth here, Dave Rigg, our old buddy here this morning to be on the big show. How you doing, Dave?
Oh, I'm doing great, guys.
Tell you what.
Been looking forward to coming over here and exchanging verbals with you boys.
Well, we'll do that.
Yes.
We'll exchange a verbal with you.
This is not a confrontation, guys.
It turns out that way sometimes, guys.
It does, but we're not going to, we're going to have a grip on this.
Yep.
Just like we've got a grip right up. Did you see what I brought today?
I saw that.
Wow.
The most stuff.
You were talking about it last week.
Yeah.
And I saw it, and I picked it up back.
How many calories in one of those cookies?
One
does it
cookie.
say?
We're talking about Oreos here.
Right.
But it's got the most stuff you can possibly have. I mean, this
Well,
thing.
show one of the cookies there.
Yeah.
Yeah, show how much.
There you go. There,
cream
I'm showing you
there
on TV.
Yeah,
on YouTube.
on YouTube.
There's at least, I'd say, a quarter inch.
Oh, yeah, at
I'm
least.
telling you, man, it's
At
like a
least.
half-inch cookie.
A half inch of stuff
Yeah.
in the cookie, in the Oreo cookie. I'm looking on the back now. It says 110 calories, which means I've done about 600 calories.
So
Wow.
you've ate your allotment for half
I
the
think
day.
I've done that. There you go, Dave. Have another one.
I had, not right now.
No, okay.
Not
Well,
right
you're,
now.
you're pacing yourself then.
Yeah, I'm going to.
Anyway, there you go. Most stuff.
What if that changes the taste if you dunk those?
Here's what I've been told.
What?
I've been told you freeze them, and it's like a
Eskimo pie?
like a ice cream sandwich.
Really?
Ooh.
You freeze them. That's what you do.
I heard about that.
So anyway,
A mini ice cream sandwich. Eh?
so what the heck happened over the weekend for you guys? I had a full dance card myself.
Oh, you did? You went
yeah.
dancing?
No dancing, just a full card.
I was busy.
Yeah, probably a lot of flowers go out on Friday.
There, it was a crazy
I
day
had
on
something
Friday.
happen to me yesterday that had never happened in my lifetime before. After church yesterday, I went to a place. It's okay to say Subway, isn't it?
Yeah, sure.
Okay,
sure.
I went to Subway to get a sandwich for dinner. And a good friend of mine is ahead of me in the line. There's only two of us in there. Mm-hmm. And we talk a little bit and everything. So anyway, the guy takes my order for the kind of sandwich I want. So my friend then, he's got his paid for and he leaves. Mm-hmm. So finally the guy gets my sandwich made. And I walk up to the clerk to pay, and she says, it's already paid for. The guy before you paid for it.
Have you ever had that happen?
I have.
I have too. It's
And then I returned the favor.
you pay it forward.
Yep.
You find somebody else and you pay for them.
Yeah.
So anyway, now
That would be something for someone.
Of course, if I'm in a drive-through and somebody pays for mine ahead of me, I always ask what the people in back ordered before I offer to pay.
that's a good
Might
idea.
be a good idea, yeah.
Yeah.
You might have a whole carload back there.
I had just a horrible practical joke paid on
Oh, no.
Friday.
It wasn't horrible. It was funny.
So I mean, I'll just try to explain it real fast.
Okay.
I had this huge floral display
And
sent and candy
Uh-huh.
sent for Valentine's Day to my wife's new office at the college.
And we were under orders to make a show.
Come
And we
in.
did. We made a show.
Walk by all the other ladies' desks. Look, this is for Carol from Mike. Okay, I made a big deal about it. Well, I had warned Dr. Scott England because his wife is in that office complex. I just gave him a heads up. Listen, buddy, you've been served. I'm pulling out all the stops. This is her first Valentine's Day at the college, so maybe you better step up.
Yeah.
So I didn't realize that all of them were in this conspiracy against me. So I get this text from my wife saying, "Ooh, that didn't go over well with England's wife. That I got all these flowers. He was expecting flowers as well." So I text him because I worry about my friends. Okay?
Oh, sure.
So I text him and say, "Hey, listen, buddy, heads up."
Well, no, wait a minute. Let me get this straight. The flowers that you expected to be taken to Carol ended up somewhere else? Is
No. They're
They
there.
got the Carol.
that- okay.
Because right here, the first lieutenant of the
Yeah,
Flowers
right.
delivered them.
We made a big show.
And the
We
deal
went through the
was,
entire office. Carol Dreeth. Carol, where are you? We got flowers for
So
you.
you didn't fumble the ball on
No,
this?
we
No,
did not
no.
fumble the ball.
and so I'm warned in England, okay? So I get this text from my wife, not knowing that she's in this conspiracy against
Oh.
me. The text says, real problems out here at England's wife's office. She was expecting flowers too, and she hasn't gotten any.
Ooh.
So here I am. I'm a great guy.
Well, sure.
So I text England, hey, dude,
Get busy, huh?
get some flowers out to the college. And he said, nah, I've known her for 16 years. I'm not going to do that. She doesn't like flowers. I said, no, man, the light. Run to the light, man.
Yes.
You need to take care of this. No, she likes chocolate. Maybe I'll take her to DQ tonight.
Yeah.
Then I get this text from him saying, oh, no. She says there's no date tonight. She's furious about the flowers not coming. And I'm sorry, man. I tried to. The next thing, I get a picture of my wife, England's wife, and him with a sign essentially saying, gotcha. It was an elaborate ruse.
So how much stress did that put on you, Michael, while you were dealing with this?
I was worried about my friend.
Well, yeah, sure.
It was, I think it's the best thing that, I've done in several weeks, and yet it was a scam.
Let me tell you
I
about
was exposed.
my wife's niece. After she got married, first year after her marriage to her husband, Valentine's Day is drawing near.
Right.
So her husband says to her, "What would you like?" By the way, she works out
Out here?
at Frontier, and
Okay.
so does her husband.
Right.
So anyway, he asks her what she wants for Valentine's Day.
Okay.
And she says, "Oh, nothing. He takes her at
You don't do that.
he takes her at her word.
Oh, don't do that,
And
never.
it don't go well
No,
on Valentine's Day.
Oh, it won't. It
No.
won't.
That's one of the advantages of being single like I am. I don't have to worry about it.
But you're constantly looking for the hookup. We're trying to help you.
Well,
here.
I know, but this year I didn't have to worry about it.
Well, by the way, I had a wonderful prime rib at the Elks. Chef Robert overdid himself with his aged meat. You remember when we went up there and he was telling us
Aged
about
meat?
it. He bought it 2 or 3 weeks ago and aged the meat before he
Hung it
made
out in his garage.
Yeah, put it out on a hook out back. Anyway, Saturday I did the grandpa thing.
Yeah.
I went over to Bethalto and took pictures of my grandsons playing basketball. That was wonderful.
Isn't that great to
It's
be able to?
the best day. Absolutely the best day. And that gets us to this in my
Yes.
hand.
Tuning in the radio, listening to Mike and Mark. It's that time once again for the bucket of buck.
Yes, it is.
Bucket of buck, bucket of buck. Bucket of buck, bucket of buck.
Double D. My man.
Learning something new every day. Hey, hey, bucket of buck, bucket of buck.
He does that to me every time. I get a smile on my face when I see that.
He hasn't been contacted by any record companies, has he?
Not yet.
Not yet.
But I'm sure they're out there. Jim Brown, 84 years old today.
Oh, number 32.
I think, in my opinion,
Probably the best running back ever.
I agree. I
and we're
agree.
all in agreement.
Right.
He averaged 104 yards per game.
Did you ever watch him play? I mean,
Yes.
not in the stands, but I mean on TV.
Yes.
That guy
He was an animal.
Oh, he was
You know-
tough to bring down.
You know who he reminded me? You know who reminded me of him when they were in the league in the early '80s?
Who's that?
Bo Jackson.
Oh,
Remember
yeah.
he ran over that guy.
Yes.
I'll tell you another
That's
running
what
back
reminded me of
that to me was a little bit. He wasn't quite as good as Jim Brown, and that was Jimmy Taylor of the Green Bay Packers.
There's another good one.
Yeah.
Back in '66, he retired. He went into the acting business.
Yeah.
He was in the Dirty Dozen.
Yeah, he's been.
But he's remember. I also remember he was going to come out of retirement 17 years after he retired because he was mad that Franco Harris was going to break his all-time rushing record because Harris runs out of bounds and Brown ran over people.
yes, he did. Yes,
So
he did.
anyway, he did not come back. But I have a whole
He
page
still
here.
looks pretty good. Did you
Yes,
see
he
him at the
does.
Was it the Super Bowl?
He was
He
at the
showed up
Super
at
Bowl.
halftime.
Yeah. I got to tell you something. I'm looking right here. I've got a full page of times he was arrested. I'm serious.
Really?
A
Oh,
full,
that's
full
not
rap
hard.
sheet. 68, charged with assault with intent to commit murder with a model. 1970, found not guilty of assault and battery. Charges stem from a road rage incident. 73, proposed to an 18-year-old, a college student that he met in Acapulco, and then they broke off their engagement.
You don't know why that's not
75.
surprising. I mean, he had to have an attitude to play football.
Oh,
didn't
yeah. Here, get all this one. In 75, he was sentenced to 1 day in jail and a fine of $500 for beating and choking his golfing partner. I don't know if I want to golf
he?
with this
Oh, I
guy.
wouldn't want to.
He was also arrested and charged with making terrorist threats towards his wife in 1999. It just goes on and on and on. He also was sentenced to 6 months in jail in 2002 for refusing the court-ordered counseling and community service. He was released after 3 months. So that was Jim Brown, 84 today.
Man.
And he stayed out of trouble for almost 10 years.
Tough as ever.
Lou Diamond Phillips, 58 years old today.
He's coming back.
Yeah.
He played Richie Valens.
That was
in
the
the
big
Bamba
one.
movie.
You know, he's not. Here's the interesting thing. He's not Mexican. He's part Filipino
Yeah.
and part American.
He was in the movies with the Regulators. Remember that?
Well, there's Young Guns in
Young
1988.
Guns. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Young Guns 2 in 90. Courage Under Fire in 96. The Big Hit in 98. Breakdown Palace in 1999. And then, of course, you and I both know him because we watch.
Wire.
He's Henry Standing Bear in Longmire. which
Longmire.
is-
He was in Goliath,
Yes, he was.
and he's also in.
Well, what's the movie about the?
He's also in the Fox show Prodigal Son. So
Didn't know
he's
that.
making a comeback.
Wasn't he in the movie where it's about during the Vietnam War? This female pilot was killed, and there's an investigation into. I can't remember the
I can't
name.
recall that
I
one.
don't know that one.
Well, he's also a top-notch poker player.
Really?
Did you know that?
No.
A regular poker player since college. In 2009, he placed 31st out of 403 entrants in the 2009 California State Poker Championship. There's a number of times that he's won over $30,000 in Texas Hold'em. By the way, this is awkward, so I'll just say it the way it is. During the making of a movie, he met Julie Cipher, an assistant director. They married in September of '87. They divorced 3 years later when she announced that she was hitting for the other team.
Okay.
All right, she's became Melissa Etheridge. You know who I'm talking about, the
Yeah,
singer?
yeah.
That's Lou Diamond Phillips'
Excellent.
former wife.
Really?
Yeah, he's had 2 wives and 4 kids. MJ's 57 today.
Michael Jordan?
Michael Jordan. I think we're going back to
The
James
best ever.
Brown. I think he's the best basketball player.
I agree. I agree.
My goodness, how could we all three agree on all these things?
Larry Bird is close second.
Phew. Yeah, yes, I'm not too far with. I think I can probably salute that as well. Of course, he was with the North Carolina Tar Heels. As a freshman, he was a member of their championship team in '82. He had a stint in baseball, of course, between the two
With
three
the White
teams.
Sox.
With the Birmingham Barons.
Right.
Never got to the White Sox. They thought,
Well, yeah, he's a minor league team
get
with the
it.
White Sox.
cup of coffee is what they call it, right?
Yeah.
But didn't get that. Forbes designated him as the highest career earnings for a former athlete.
Yeah, now he's owner of the Charlotte Hornets.
Yes. His 2015 income, and that's as close as I could get, $110 million a year. Estimated by Forbes to be overall worth $1.9 billion.
He's got some money.
He's
Poor
the fourth
guy.
richest African American on the planet, behind Robert F. Smith, David Stewart, and Oprah Winfrey. So MJ's doing okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't have to worry about him.
Nope. On this date, in 1876, Julius Wolfe was credited with being the first to can sardines.
Oh,
When? What year?
1876. Do you like canned sardines?
Uh,
Oh, I do. I like them in soybean sauce. My dad used to eat them all the time.
you eat the bones too?
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Put it on bread?
Yeah. Well, not bread. Crackers.
Or
Crackers.
just swallow them whole.
I can swallow them whole.
Can you?
Yeah.
You're
1920.
probably one of those guys that swallowed a goldfish in college, too, weren't you?
No, I couldn't afford a goldfish in college. 1924, Johnny Weissmiller set a world record in the 100-yard freestyle.
And then became Tarzan.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
He's the definitive Tarzan.
Yeah.
As far as I'm concerned. We all agree on that, too?
Yes.
Holy moly. The first
How
high
long
school,
is this going to last?
Not very much longer. 1934, the first high school automobile education course occurred in a high school.
Driver's ed, huh?
Always where they plop the coaches.
Oh, yeah.
I was taught to drive by a wrestling coach.
I had a girls basketball coach. For
How about
mine.
you? Did they have cars back then?
Yeah, cars back. You're right. It was the basketball coach when I was in high school.
Of course
Yes,
it was.
Oh, yeah. Well, I already had my license when I took driver's ed, so.
Okay.
But I did have a basketball coach.
Who was your?
You know what I did in driver's ed?
No.
You know, my uncle was in harness racing, and the driver's ed teacher also had harness race horses.
Mm-hmm.
So we'd get in the car, and I'd be out there driving, and I'd get him talking about harness racing, and I didn't have to do a lot of the stuff that was expected as the teaching.
I wondered why when Dave stops out front here in his car, he goes, "Whoa!" 1960, the Everly Brothers signed with Warner Brothers a 10-year contract worth $1 million. 64, the first Herb Alpert and the Tijuana Brass concert held in L.A.
What was their best recording?
Spanish Fly, I thought.
I like The Lonely Bull.
There's their first disagreement. No way. Okay, 1966, Brian Wilson recorded the Beach Boys' Good Vibrations. 67, the Beatles' Penny Lane. I heard that this weekend. And backed on the other side was Strawberry Fields. Forever. 72, Pink Floyd began a 4-night stand in London. And 76, the Eagles released their greatest hits. Dave Riggs, our guest here on Morning Coffee. The Carnaby Square question of the day is, the Illinois primary is set for March 17th. Will you vote early or wait for the election day? All right, we'll find out. We've got quite a few votes, and we'll tell you how our listeners voted when we come back on Morning Coffee.
At the end of a hospital stay, families are often faced with difficult decisions about their loved ones needing skilled rehabilitation care. Regardless of where your loved one's hospital is, the Transitional Care Rehab Program at Hamilton Memorial Hospital can help. Our skilled rehab and nursing care can provide twice daily physical and occupational therapies, daily access to providers, and private bed and bathrooms, all right here close to your family's home. If you're faced with care decisions, ask your loved one's care planner about Hamilton Memorial Hospital Transitional Care Rehabilitation or call 643-5824.
You know how they say the grass is always greener? Well, at F&B it is. We're pleased to announce new rewards checking account products to help you milk your account for all it's worth. You won't find another cash cow like this anywhere. You can call it an easy way to grow your money. We call it Moolah Cash and Moolah Cashback. Give us a call or visit us online at fnbcommunitybank.com to learn more. F&B, banking, business, life. Member FDIC.
I'm Courtney Cox, and I respectfully ask you to vote for me in the Republican primary on March 17. I am running for circuit judge to fill the vacancy of Justice David Overstreet. I was proud to be your U.S. attorney, fighting for you against drug and immigration crimes, corrupt officials, terrorism, and crimes against children. Let me put my experience to work for you in all 12 counties of the 2nd Judicial Circuit. I'm ready to be your judge on day one.
Paid for by Courtney Cox for Judge Committee. Hi, this is Bill Stevens with another time capsule quiz. Which month and year was it when the cruise ship Achille Lauro was hijacked by Palestinians? The space shuttle Atlantis went up on its maiden voyage. President Reagan was treated for skin cancer.
A biopsy revealed there were some cancer cells, and now I have a verdict of my nose is clean.
Brett Saberhagen led Kansas City past St. Louis in the Interstate 70 World Series. Hollywood lost Rock Hudson, Yul Brynner, and Orson Welles. And this is what the radio was playing. Okay, think it over. The answer and a little bit of the top song from the month and year are coming up.
Warning. This product contains nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical. Velo has arrived. It's the modern take on nicotine. Hassle-free nicotine pouches made for everywhere you're headed. So whether you're on a client visit or a girls trip, traveling to your favorite spots or crossing another city off your bucket list, flying back to see the fam, or road tripping to parts unknown, whatever your destination, Velo's ready. Visit Velo.com now to find your retailer. Website restricted to age 21 plus tobacco consumers. Underage sale prohibited.
Capital One presents a 30-second audio tour of Ireland. Sheep, fairies, golf, charming castle, charming castle, charming castle, charming castle, charming castle.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. You know you can actually go there when you use the Capital One Venture Card. You earn unlimited double miles on every dollar you spend on every purchase, which means you'll have plenty of miles to actually travel to Ireland. The Capital One Venture Card. What's in your wallet?
Capital One Bank USA, N.A.
October 1985.
Aha! And Take On Me, the top song of October 1985. This is Bill Stevens for tcapsule.com. Back soon with another time capsule.
Remember black and white TVs? Or 8-tracks? Or this? All of these, at one time or another, were the best. And then something better came along. Introducing Saltro Fungicide Seed Treatment. The seed treatment bringing SDS protection to the next level. By providing superior control of SDS without any of the stress shown in plants treated with other seed treatments like Elevo, Saltro is SDS protection. Upgrade it. Talk to your retailer or seed dealer about upgrading to Saltro. Always read and follow label instructions.
Ever walk across your cornfield and find a nice surprise? Like that favorite vice grip that fell off the planter last spring? Well, next fall you might just come upon an even bigger treasure. More corn, thanks to Acuron herbicide. Acuron gives you 5 to 15 more bushels an acre than any other herbicide when used in a pre-emergence application at full label rates. To discover your 5 to 15 bushels, talk to your Syngenta retailer. Acuron Yield Advantage range based on 2016 Syngenta and University trials. Always read and follow label instructions. Acuron is a restricted use pesticide.
Well, question of the day, brought to you by Carnaby Square, the fashion leader in downtown Fairfield. The question in the Illinois primary is set for March 17th. Will you vote early or will you wait for Election Day? And decidedly.
I think your question is wrong.
And what should it be?
It should be, will you vote? We're in Illinois. Will you vote early and often?
Right. Both. We should have had a both category.
Yeah, that would have been good.
189 votes over, almost 1,800 people saw this question. And the choices were, I'll vote early or I'll vote on the 17th, almost 3-1. I'll vote on the 17th. People are not used to, or do they want to go
and vote early, unless they're going to be out of town with absentee voting.
And that's a shame.
Right, yeah.
Well, you don't even have to do absentee now. You can just go into the courthouse and vote in the primary.
I don't feel like voting on the 17th. I'm going to vote early.
Debbie says, my first time voting in Florida, so she's going to be disconnected from the Wayne County seat.
Hey, watch out for those chats.
Those hanging chats.
Hanging chats.
Was it a chat?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
chat.
so.
C-H-A-D?
No, C-H-A-T.
A
yeah,
chat?
A chat. Yes.
Oh,
I think
didn't
that's what
realize
they
that.
called them.
Bruce says, and he votes every time at 6 a.m. I know because I see Bruce there.
He wants to be number one. He wants
6
to be number
a.m.
one, doesn't he?
Well, he's not, but he's very close. He's there waiting to be able to vote. Right. So there is the question of the day.
Dave Rigg, our guest this morning.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, this is it, huh?
This is your theme song, man. Yes, he is. So, Sadie Hawkins Day coming up.
Yep.
That's the 29th. That's Saturday after next.
Yeah.
Right.
And you might just fill in our listeners once again. What's Sadie Hawkins Day all about?
And by the way, his marriage to his newly found fiancée is February 30th.
The 30th of never.
Yeah.
All right, so what is Sadie Hawkins Day?
Is tied to the old Dagwood and Blondie,
Lil Abner.
Lil Abner
Lil Abner.
comic strip.
Okay.
There was a character in the comic strip. Her name was Sadie Hawkins, and on leap year, she would go out and propose marriage, and the guys, it's always been, maybe not always, but assumed that the man should ask the girl
I think
for the marriage.
naturally.
Okay?
I mean,
but on Sadie Hawkins'
I've
day,
done it in my marriages. Okay.
she would run around trying to get guys to marry her, and she was ugly. I mean, she was ugly.
She was plain as a post.
Yeah, and so she would have trouble catching a guy long enough to say, "Will you marry me?"
But she chased Lil Abner around all the time, right?
Yeah. And so
here's the thing.
So from that time on, it kind of became a tradition here in the United States that on leap year, a girl could ask a boy to take her to the dance.
Right. So, I mean, it's kind of a desperate thing for you. You need that to happen this year. I mean, another 4 years.
Well, like I told you last time I was here, I'll be hiding out on the 29th.
Oh, no.
Looking out the window to see who shows up, I'll be a little selective here.
Let me just give you a little hint, dude. Don't be that selective.
Don't be that selective?
No.
Were you selective?
I think you grab whatever you can grab. I'm just giving you a little advice.
All right. How long were you single before Carol came along?
Run to the light. That's what I'm telling you, Dave. What happened? Oh, no, I was an eligible bachelor.
For how long?
Was. How long did I date her? How long did I?
No. How long
did
you an eligible bachelor before Carol came along?
2 years.
2 years.
Exactly 2 years. Yeah.
Okay, I'm a little beyond that.
So, I mean, it was just one night on a Saturday night. I came in and I thought, I really need to strip that floor.
Strip that floor?
I need to strip that floor is what I said to myself. And then I thought, it's Saturday night, man. You need to find somebody and go out and have a good time.
Yeah.
So, I mean, after that, I'd been, advised that, there was this young lady in town that maybe I would be,
Let me read the official transcript.
But it wasn't February.
It was Saturday night, and he ain't got nobody. He got some money because he just got paid.
And I'm going to strip that floor. Time to strip the floor, baby. All right, so anyway, it wasn't February 29th.
Well, yeah.
And so, I mean, there was no way that she was legally
going to ask you.
Going to ask me. But here we are. We're 2 weeks away.
Yeah.
You're clearly desperate. And we have women out here in this who probably would just give their right arm. By the way, Dave needs both arms, okay? Who would give her right arm to live with you in Bone Gap.
No, I don't live in Bone Gap. I told you that last time.
That's true. He lives north of Albion.
I live north of Albion.
Near Bone Gap.
Near the lake.
West, near Moose Lake.
You can see the lake from your house.
From the roof.
If you get on the
roof.
If
I get on the roof, I can see the lake.
Right. So here's what we do. We need a promotion. Win a date with Dave Rigg. Win a date with Dave.
I think that would be something that we could
make some money off of. That's
no, because I mean we would have to find a sponsor, somebody.
That's what I said. Make money out of it.
We'd have to have somebody who'd say, "Listen,
how about a bachelor auction?
Bachelor
Dave
auction.
Rigg and Derek and Jeff Vaughn."
Well, first of all, Jeff Vaughn has got way too much class to be a part of that.
Thanks.
But Dave and Double D would do it, I'm sure.
We'll drag Vaughn into it.
Holy moly. All right, so, I mean, if you want
Kicking
to...
and screaming, I might add. But
if you want to sponsor the Sadie Hawkins, let's grab somebody breathing for Dave Rigg.
Oh, boy.
Please let me know. Give me a call here at the radio station after I get off the air.
You can call us on the air, 842-3715.
Okay.
We'll just open up the phone lines.
Did you see this this tweet by Ted Cruz, the senator from Texas?
I did not.
He's railing on what is a proposed bill in Alabama. Here's the proposed bill. They're proposing a restriction on men when it comes to reproductive rights. This bill would require a man to undergo a vasectomy within 1 month of either his 50th birthday or the birth of his third biological child.
Are you kidding
Whichever
me?
comes first.
Are you kidding me?
No, I'm serious. Cruz is going crazy about it.
This is actually going to be put in as a...
No, it's a bill.
As a bill.
Okay, so here's the thing. Dave Riggs right here. I mean, I'm not going to mention the number, how old you are.
I don't care.
Well, you're 70 years old.
71.
Well, I was wrong. I was low.
Yeah, you were low.
You're 71. Now, let's just say, you all of a sudden become friendly with a woman in her 30s. Mm-hmm. You could be a geezer easy.
I don't think that...
Go ahead. We got a phone call. No, we don't. I
somebody
thought somebody was driving hard
somebody-
to the hole there. But anyway, you could be a geezer. And then your young wife says, but Dave, I want to have children. Nope. If you're in Alabama, according to the law,
couldn't do it, huh?
Snip, snip. It's over. There you go. What do you think about that?
Did this guy come from Germany?
No, it's a woman that. It's a woman that put
Well,
together.
you ought to have thought about that.
What I think about that? It'd never fly.
No.
Well, I'm just telling you. I mean, we got some really strange laws going on in Illinois.
Oh, haven't we, though?
Some
It
bills.
will never stand on its own.
Okay.
Have a double
Here we
stuff,
go
my
again.
friend. Have a most stuff.
Here we go again.
No, that law. I don't think that law will ever pass.
I just think it's incredible. I think it's the whole. Obviously, this is a way to push back on reproductive rights. I mean, this is a whole. That's what this is about. This is a message shot across the bow to men when it comes to reproductive rights. I think we got another phone call. But isn't that amazing?
Good morning. You're on Morning Coffee.
Yeah, I think you guys were thinking of China. They had state-sponsored birth controls. And,
Yes, they did. You could only have boys, I think.
Yeah, for a long time.
Yeah, but didn't they do away with it because they found out that they were losing too much population? Their population was getting too old, and they didn't have any young people to take up the slack.
You gotta have.
They did.
You got to have two to tango. Got to have boys and girls. Isn't that amazing?
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Well,
All right. Thanks
you
for the
guys
call.
have a good morning.
All right.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
And wasn't there also a limit on the number of children in
Well,
China?
they did in China.
Yeah.
It was 2.
Yeah.
I think it was 2
Right.
for a long time, and then only boys for a little bit, and then...
But anyways, Alabama's doing this. By the way, don't let me forget, when we come back from the break, when we're doing the trivia, I need to tell people about Brian Reitnauer. I didn't bring my my notes to be able to talk about that, so don't let me forget about that. By the way, there's a viral video that's gone out. An American Airlines passenger, a man behind this woman who has reclined her airline seat. You know how you recline them back?
Yeah.
And he is punching the seat. He did it 5 or 6 times, and she began recording the man repeatedly pushing the back of her reclined seat and put it out. Now, you've got the head of Delta Airlines, the CEO, after seeing this, said that people should ask the person behind them before they recline their seat. What do you think about that?
Well, I think you paid your money, and if you're riding in coach on an airplane, you should just know that you're going to be cramped in some way.
Yes. I don't think that I should have to ask for permission.
I don't think you should have to, but I think if I felt like I had to recline back so much that it might be a problem for the person behind me, I might ask, would this be a problem?
Well, those seats only go back so far. I mean, you can't recline them all the way flat.
No, I know that.
The guy that was punching the seat, he was on the back row, so he couldn't recline. You see?
Oh, there we go.
By the way, it's raining over your shoulder right now.
Guys,
Is
yeah.
it? Yeah, it is, isn't it? Okay.
Now, here's another question. How old was this guy? Like 5? 4 or 5? Was he throwing a little fit or what?
Well, no, he was old. But anyway.
What's that got
By
to
the way,
do
there's a
with
big. Well, he makes it sound like he thought that was a childish thing for him to do. To hit the
No,
back
I
of
know it was an adult, but he was acting like a child.
Well, yeah, he was.
All right, big news at our house. This was very upsetting to us. There was a wave through the Dreeth household when this came out. The intelligence of dogs has been studied, and they've come out with the top 10 dumbest dog breeds. And the top 10 smartest dog breeds. What do you think is the number one on the dumbest dog breeds?
Would that be Bassets?
It's true.
Really?
The list of the dumbest dog breeds: Basset Hound number 1, Mastiff number 2, Beagle 3, Pekingese 4, Bloodhound 5, and it just keeps on going. But we're shocked because our dogs are so smart.
Well, yeah.
We just couldn't believe
That's
it.
because they spend so much time in your lap.
They do.
And it just assimilates into them.
Well, yeah, it oozes in. And what do you think is the smartest dog?
I don't know. Dachshund, maybe?
How about you?
I would say a coon dog.
No.
Yes.
No, that's part hound, you see. So
Well,
it's not
yeah.
Border Collie is the number 1.
Really?
Can you believe
okay.
Poodle is number 2? Did you know Poodles were that
Oh,
smart?
I'm not buying that.
Number 3, I believe German Shepherd.
Yeah.
That's number 3.
I
Yeah,
can
I can
believe
buy
that
that.
one, yeah.
Golden Retriever number 4. So there's that was very upsetting around the house. when
Well,
that
I can
came out.
imagine.
Really?
Absolutely.
All right.
We getting close?
Yeah, we probably need to get going here. Who's got trivia?
I got
Dave
it.
does.
You know, the baseball season is underway. Well, I mean, spring training's underway.
Right.
And by the way, our trivia today is on the movie Field of Dreams.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
One of
And
my
just
favorites.
before we get into the questions, they are building a new stadium just beyond the stadium or the field that was built for the movie.
For the Yankees and the White
And there will
Sox.
be a game played there on August. I've got the date here somewhere. It's in August between the Yankees and the White Sox. It'll be an 8,000 seat capacity stadium, and a regular major league game will be played there.
Okay, quick question.
Yeah.
Did you cry?
No.
You never cried at Field of Dreams?
No.
How about you?
I sniffed a little. I snuffled a little.
I cried like a big fat baby.
Really? At what part?
When he's playing pitch with his dad.
Oh, okay. Well, I can see that.
I cried like a baby. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
August 13th. That's the date. All right. You want the questions?
Go. Yes, just the questions.
All right. The movie Field of Dreams is based on a 1982 book by American author, and by the way, W.P. Kinsella is his name.
Ah, yes.
What is the name of the novel?
I have no idea.
Okay. Who played Shoeless Joe Jackson in the movie?
I know.
Oh, I know that one, yeah.
In what Iowa city can the Field of Dreams be found?
I think I know that one.
I don't.
What is the name of Ray and Annie's daughter?
I should know that.
What is the first sentence that Ray hears?
Oh, yeah.
All right. After completing the baseball field, Ray hears the voice again when he tells his wife she's afraid he'll have to build something else. What does she think he'll have to build now?
The loony bin.
All right. Then let's see here. Clearly identifiable by its trademark color, what is the make of the tractor Ray uses to plow under the corn in preparation to build the field?
I might have a guess.
Yeah, I think I have a guess on that one.
Ray enjoys reciting Shoeless Joe's stories to both Annie and Karen. Oh, I just gave away the
Annie's the answer to number 2.
According to Ray, which Hall of Fame slugger copied Shoeless Joe's swing?
I think I know that one.
Okay. What type of vehicle does Ray drive to find Terrence Mann?
Oh, I know that
and then travel to
Yeah, I do
Chisholm?
too.
I
I
know
do
that
too.
one,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. What teams are playing in the baseball game at, well, I better not tell the place, that Kevin Costner took James Earl Jones to watch what teams were playing?
Ladies,
I think I know one of them.
ladies, pay attention to how confused this man is.
Yeah, well, I've got so many questions here. I'm trying to decide which ones to use here.
Sadie Hawkins Day is 2 weeks from now.
Yeah, okay. Terrence and Ray traveled to Chisholm, Minnesota to find an old baseball player by the name of Archibald Moonlight Graham. Graham played one inning of one game in the big leagues. For what team did he play?
I think I know that one.
Okay.
What did Archibald Moonlight Graham do in his only major league at bat?
I
Okay.
think I know that one.
What does Moonlight Graham want to do to a pitcher?
Oh, I know.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. Let's see here.
Yeah, I do know that one. Yeah, now that I think about it, I do know that one.
What color hats did Doc Graham used to buy for his wife, Alicia? What color hats?
Okay.
All right, here's one last one.
All
Here.
right.
Which dead baseball player is not allowed to play with the others?
Oh, I know that one. I do know.
I
that
have
one.
a guy.
I do know that
All right,
one.
have a most stuffed Oreo cookie here, and we'll be back on Morning Coffee.
Hello, this is Representative Darren Bailey. As we recently witnessed, it is critical that our system of justice be fair and impartial. That's why I'm supporting Matthew Hartrick for Circuit Court Judge in the 2nd Judicial Circuit. He knows justice and liberty go hand in hand. You cannot have one without the other. Matthew Hartrick's experience both as a prosecutor and public defender make him uniquely qualified to hold this critical position on the bench. Fighting for justice from both sides of the courtroom, Matthew Hartrick knows fairness, impartiality, and compassion are 3 critical characteristics every judge must exemplify. Matthew Hartrick has defended our communities from those who would do harm, and he's defended the personal freedom and liberty of individuals, guaranteeing their rights. This is Representative Darren Bailey. I highly recommend Matthew Hartrick for Circuit Judge in the 2nd Judicial Circuit.
This is Matthew Hartrick, and I approve this message. This ad placed and paid for by Matthew Hartrick for Judge.
Hi, this is Elizabeth Gonzalez with People's National Bank. People's National Bank has partnered with Zelle. Zelle is an easy way to send and receive money with family, friends, and others you trust. You can use Zelle today right from your PNB To Go mobile banking app. Money moves directly between bank accounts fast. Stop by People's National Bank today to learn more about Zelle. Available to United States bank account holders only. Terms and conditions apply. The Zelle service is property of Early Warning Services, LLC. People's National Bank, member FDIC.
This is what most people's heart rate sounds like when they're getting their taxes done. And this is what it sounds like when you file at H&R Block. Because they've got upfront transparent pricing, so you'll know the price before you begin. And that is my stomach demanding tacos. Upfront transparent pricing. Just another way it's better with Block.
Call H&R Block today at 842-9332 or stop by at 1411 West Main in Fairfield.
Carnaby's moving out and moving in. Moving out all winter clothing now 1/2 off of 1/2. Also 1-pack rack of early spring 25 to 50% off. Carnaby's moving in the season's next deliveries of multiples, Tribal, Charlie B, True Lux, and Jag, with lots more to come. Bright and glamorous heart bracelet is free with a $50 purchase of beads, charms, or spacers. So the best way to embrace the old season or new season is to make a date to visit the girls at Carnaby Square. Check out their new Facebook post. You're gonna like what you see.
WFIW 104.9 and WFIWradio.com. It's Monday, and we talk to the folks from Le Mans Chevrolet Chrysler every Monday and Thursday. It's Jeff Black this morning. Good morning, Jeff.
Good morning, Mark. How are you this morning?
I am doing all right. How about yourself?
Doing fine down here. We seem like we've got a little activity already. Got plenty of people coming in the back for service. It's a little rainy day, but I think it's a pretty Monday in Fairfield.
Well, you know, it's always a great morning in Fairfield. Let's talk about that service department. You guys can handle just about anything, and pretty much on any make and model of vehicle.
I think they could even fix broken hearts. That's how good they are. I've not heard a whole lot that they can't take care of. We actually have an award-winning service department. We're very proud of the boys back in the back. They stay on top of their trade. They're second to none in Southern Illinois, and that's a big reason why people continue to shop with Le Mans Chevrolet Chrysler here in Fairfield.
And, of course, the vehicles and the big savings on vehicles. Did I see somewhere more than $11,000 off Dodge Rams plus extra incentives as well?
As well, and of course, when it comes from Le Mans Chevrolet Chrysler, it comes with a warranty forever, and not everybody has that. That's pretty much exclusive from Le Mans here, and that stays with the vehicle for as long as you own it. And yes, you're correct. There are some cash incentives on these new vehicles right now that make it pretty enticing to come down and do some trading.
All righty. Jeff, as always, want to thank you for joining us. You've got the entire inventory online at LeMansOnline.com.
LeMansOnline.com, and don't forget, guys, every vehicle that has less than 100,000 miles, a warranty forever. That's worth a lot right there.
All right. Thank you, Jeff. Appreciate it. We'll talk to you later, man.
Guys. See you in the crowd. Bye-bye.
Radar Weather is sponsored by Conard Financial Group at 510 West Delaware in Fairfield, with securities offered through Raymond James. Conard Financial Group, investing in the community since 2003.
The deadline for filing your tax return is April 15th, but did you know that it's also the last day to contribute to a tax-deductible IRA for the previous year? Conard Financial Group can help you take advantage of tax-deferred benefits and possibly even help you earn a deduction when you make last year's IRA contribution. Call Conard Financial Group at 842-7855 to learn how. Raymond James Financial Services, member FINRA, SIPC. Life well planned.
Fairfield area weather forecast. Rain today with the high 55. 60% chance for rain tonight, low 40. Cloudy skies 45 tomorrow for Wednesday. Partly cloudy, high 45. Partly sunny, 35 on Thursday. And for Friday, sunshine, high 38. Overnight low 38. Yesterday's high was 55. Currently, humidity at 85%. Winds from the east at 5 miles an hour. Pressure at 30.05. Right now, we've got rain and 39 here at the WFIW studios east of Fairfield. Radar showing a line of rain moving up into southeastern Illinois from the southwest and moving off to the northeast on this Monday morning. Radar weather brought to you this morning by the Conard Financial Group.
Well, we're back on Morning Coffee. Wanted to tell you about Brian Reitnauer at Reitnauer Heating and Air Conditioning. I was just conversing with him actually during the break. Somebody had called and said they heard about his services on the radio station, so Brian's getting a little business from this, and that's good because that's the whole point. He's the local authority in geothermal. They specialize in Hydron brand geothermal equipment. Hydron is a great company with a good warranty. They stand behind their equipment, and there's also a federal tax credit that you need to look into for geothermal, and a $1,500 rebate from the Wayne White Co-op. Brian's from Wayne City. He graduated from Wayne City High School. He does traditional HVAC as well, so he specializes with Rude and Payne furnaces and air conditioning. Right now, it looks like we're going to stay in the need for a furnace for a little while.
Yep,
you're going to have to call Brian then if you have any problems. 24 hours a day. He's more than happy to help you. Works with his son. Tell him you heard about it on Morning Coffee. The number for Brian Reitnauer HVAC, 618-214-2593. Please tell him that you heard about it right here. And we're into trivia and trivia answers from Dave Rigg, who is available on Sadie Hawkins Day, one Saturday down the road.
And financially secure, I might add.
You are?
Yes.
We should have got into that. We should have got into that whole thing. How much you got in the bank, dude?
I'm not telling that.
Oh, okay.
Just quite a bit. Let me just say quite a bit.
The movie Field of Dreams, our trivia challenge.
Yeah, right.
He's loaded.
All right.
He's loaded.
The movie Field of Dreams is based on an 82 book by author W.P. Kinsella, which, by the way, is the last name of the guy in the movie. What is the name of the novel?
It's not Field of Dreams?
Nope.
Build it and they will come.
No idea.
Shoeless Joe.
Really?
Okay.
The whole focus was on Shoeless Joe in that book.
Yeah. Okay. Who played Shoeless Joe in the movie?
Ray Liotta.
Ray Liotta,
Right.
yes.
Okay. In what Iowa city can the Field of Dreams be found?
Dyersburg, Dyersville.
Dyersville, Iowa.
Dyersville, okay.
By the way, that field has now been open 30 years for people to see.
What a great financial
30
draw
years
for Dyersburg. People come there just to see that field.
And they are building a new stadium there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Build it, and they will come.
What? I'm not going to skip that one because I already gave the answer, and the answer was Karen. What is the first sentence Ray hears?
Is it Go the Distance?
Nope.
I don't remember.
It's C. Is it C something?
No.
Okay.
All right. Well, go ahead.
If you build it, he will come.
Oh, that's the first one. I didn't realize that's the
Okay.
first thing.
I didn't know that.
That's the first thing. After completing the baseball field, Ray hears the voice again when he tells his wife she's afraid he'll have to build something else. What?
Sorry, I wish I could remember.
Football field.
What did he say?
He said no.
Football field. Is that what it said?
Yeah,
that's what the voice said.
That's what she
the
thought.
voice did.
That's what she thought he was going to have to build. Okay. Clearly identifiable by the trademark color. What's the make of the tractor he uses to plow the corn under?
Is it IH?
How about John Deere?
John Deere.
John Deere, okay.
Ray enjoys reciting Shoeless Joe's stories to his wife and daughter as the project's underway. According to Ray, which Hall of Fame slugger copied Joe's swing?
Joe DiMaggio?
Yeah, thinking Ted Williams.
Babe Ruth.
Really?
Yep. What type of vehicle does Ray drive to find Terrence Mann and then travel to Chisholm?
VW bus.
VW bus.
Yeah.
What teams were playing in the game that they went to go see?
I didn't realize it was
the
teams.
Mets.
Oh, you were talking about when they went together
When
before
he took
the
Terrence
Fielders.
Mann
Yeah, when he
to the ball game.
when he encourages him to go to the
How about
game.
the Mets and the Orioles?
Nope.
No, who was it?
Well, now where did he find Terrence Mann? That ought to tell you something. What city did he find him
He
in?
said New York City, wasn't he?
No, it was Boston.
Oh, he
Red
went to
Sox.
Fenway.
Red Sox and Oakland A's.
Okay.
Were
At
playing
Fenway.
in that game at Fenway Park.
Okay.
Let's see here. Graham played one inning in one game in the big leagues. For what team did he play?
New York Giants?
Right. What did Archibald Moonlight Graham do in his only major
Struck
league
out,
at bat?
didn't
No, he popped up.
Did he pop up?
Nope.
He struck out?
Nope.
He was hit by the pitch.
Nope.
Fouled it off.
Nope. It's a trick question. He never got to go to bat.
Oh, you're foul.
I had to throw that in there, Michael,
That's
just to see if
foul.
you guys were sharp
No,
today.
I didn't think he had batted. But
What does Moonlight Graham want to do to a pitcher?
he wants to wink at him, right?
That's exactly right. Wink at him. What color hats did Doc Graham use to buy for his wife Alicia?
Red, wasn't it?
No idea.
Blue.
Blue.
He always bought a blue hat for his wife. Anytime he'd see one, and on his death, they found all kinds of blue hats he had bought for his wife.
Oh.
And I've got other questions, but the last one I gave you is which dead baseball player is not allowed to play with the others on the field?
Babe Ruth.
No, it was Ty Cobb.
Ty Cobb.
Ty Cobb because he was he was nasty.
Yeah, he said that no one liked him when he was alive, so they told him when he wanted to play, stick it.
Yeah. He had some more colorful words for who Ty Cobb was as well.
Yeah.
I told you once, probably, that my grandfather, my maternal grandfather, who I dearly loved, who said to me, I had my first World Almanac, and he said, look up baseball records. I said, okay, fine. He says, you'll find Ty Cobb in there more often than anybody. And I'm just going to tell you, they can tell you about Babe Ruth all you want to. The greatest baseball player who ever lived was Ty Cobb. That's what Grandpa said, at least. And, you know, if you see some of the stats, they are rather remarkable. The amount of hits and stolen bases, and he was quite a ball player.
Of course, you can get into a great discussion there about the difference in play back then.
Oh, yeah.
Compared,
Dead ball. You know, that's a different kind of game. All right, well, Dave, we got to sit down and figure out another date, but it'll probably be after Sadie Hawkins Day. So you just have to report about the line of women that are going to be out there just north of Albion.
Send in a report.
I think we could probably break in with a sounder and put it on the radio station when we find out. Probably it'll be like people lined up to go to the Field of Dreams.
Yeah, right.
They'll be there to play in the Dave Rigg Field of Dreams.
Yeah.
So anyway, thanks for being here, Dave.
Hey, always enjoy it.
All right, fine, Mark. We'll do this again tomorrow, okay? Alexa, play WFIW.
It's time for classic hits from WFIW.
All the important